Howdy and aloha, everyone. This is James with Montauk. Yes, war is a racket. It's always been a racket. It's there to help the elite, the monarchs, the oligarchs. It's never been about the 0.99%. It's just never been about the 99%. It's always been, in most cases, about the bazillionaires, right? All these people that have had power and money and influence for pretty much most of their lives. And somebody tries to take it away or takes a piece of it. Then war comes, and here comes the 99% in soldiers and there's people that are dying left and right, and it's just fucking. You'd think by now that we would learn. You'd think by now that we would have the gall to, or the foresight, or the clarity and the courage to come out and finally say, no, we're done with this. Let's use talking. A girl I used to date used to work daycare, a wonderful person, used to say, use your words. Instead of kids biting each other and hitting each other. So you're dealing with children that have these high positions of power. It seems like they just act like children. Oh no, you're taking my toy out of the sandbox, or no, you're not giving me enough room in the sandbox, or whatever the case may be, and it's just baloney. But more recently, and why that connects with what I'm saying, is that it's a racket. It's a racket because we have people in the past that, like Smedley Butler, who I brought up many, many times. And, let's hear a little something from Smedley real quick. I want to hear what he has to say. This is Smedley right here.
Makes me so damn mad. A whole lot of people speak of you as tramps. By God, they didn't speak of you as tramps in 1917 and 18. No. Let me tell you something. I've been all over the world. I've seen you fellas on the streets in Washington. There isn't this well-behaved group of citizens in the world that's sitting right in this camp. Take it from me. This is the greatest demonstration of Americanism we've ever had. Pure Americanism. Willing to take this beating as you've taken it. Stand right steady. You keep every law. And why in the hell shouldn't you? Who in the hell has done all the bleeding for this country and for this law and this Constitution anyhow but you fellas?
Yeah, that's right. And then you have this fuck, okay? They're just pawns. I've explained
Renewal
this
by
earlier.
Anderson presents.
Oh, God, that was a crazy commercial. They continue to put these puppets, and now it's actually theater. In other words, the scam is, we're going to create a coup, we're going to orchestrate, we're going to pre-plan, orchestrate, and we're going to make sure that, there are countries out there that keep getting that money. We have to keep the money laundering going. We have to get our piece. And these are legislators in our own country, and legislators and executives and possibly judiciaries throughout the world that are corrupted now. They're just, it's everywhere. It's like that's the real pandemic. That's the real virus that's out there. They've turned all these so-called leaders into actors. Most of them are actors. I mean, what's Zelensky? Zelensky is a fucking actor. Everybody knows that. And I did a show. My last show was about him being just ridiculous. And it's everywhere. You've got all these freaking people, right? Here's another actor, just to let you know, I'm not big on fucking Netanyahu. You know, I voted for Trump. I voted for his cabinet. I want everything moving in the right direction that he's doing. And I'm glad he's doing a lot of things that he's doing. But this is his biggest mistake. This reveals so much in a bad way. Because Netanyahu decides to halt the release of 600 Palestinian captives and political prisoners who were due to be freed today as part of the deal, citing that due to Hamas proactive tactics exploiting the Israel captives to serve its PR campaign. Netanyahu admits his defeat, full stop. I mean, whatever. It's just, and they use people. They're just constantly using people to do the worst. And then there's all the information on JFK and the files are coming out and all that other stuff. But I don't know if you can see all that. All I'm saying is, why don't these people get it? I'm trying to figure out, like, no, I figured it out. I don't want to say I'm trying to figure it out because I've already figured it out. Here it is. If you, right, if you are out there and you believe that war is necessary, and I've got people in Facebook and Twitter and all over the fucking place, they don't want it to stop, and so I'm you have to come to the conclusion that these people have a personal vendetta or something, or they're in it personally, financially, or they're just the dumbest fuckers I've ever met in my life. And there's just some stupid people out there. I mean, look, I've been played and fooled before, but a couple of bricks fell on my head. Did all my research. Trump's not a bad dude. Period. If you think he is, then you've been played like most of the people, and you're probably on your fifth or sixth booster as well. But it's just amazing that there are people out there that are still. They don't want to get rid of it. Like, there's this kid here. I don't know who the hell this guy is. But he keeps jumping in on my... Here he is right here. Now I understand why Kirby Edwards and his fellow Democratic supporting pals fully support the deep state globalist depopulation agenda, along with more war with Ukraine or whatever other country that wants to help this demonic genocidal mission that they are all pushing for. Right? And they are. They're all pushing for it. These guys continue to push this stuff. It's crazy. Like, here's his comments right here. It's like I said, they don't care about anyone dying. Maybe Russia should shoot at British soldiers then. I'm pretty sure the Brits can take care of themselves when it comes to knuckled stups with the Russians, though. I'm like, dude, you're just like unaliveness, like killing everyone, and it shows. And then he says that wouldn't be an issue if Russia didn't invade the first place. They just keep going. They're okay. It's nuts. They're okay with the killing. Trump said, "I'm sick of the killing." His literal words, and his other phrase like a year ago, "I just want the killing to stop," right? And then, of course, you got to jump back to Netanyahu, honestly, which still kind of gets me. I'm just like, dude, well, then you got to you got to get that fucker, put that fucker in check. Look, there's a lot of information out there that puts Israel in a lot of high-profile governmental and military Israel individuals connected to Epstein. It's Whitney Webb knows about it. Ryan Christian knows about it. He's been on this show. And a few other people understand there's a connection, which could be possibly the reason why they're saying that the FBI or some people are getting rid of or destroying evidence of, or getting rid of the file, which never happens. I'm going to tell you right now, that just never fucking happened, right? Which is interesting, because if they need to find something that they want to use, and they meaning both sides of the aisle, Republicans, Democrats, maybe a few independents, they as soon as somebody finds something, they're going to lock it down. Like Wiener's laptop. That's got some horrific shit on it. But they're not. They might expose that. I hope they do. That implements Huma and Hillary and some poor girl, and anyway. And then of course Hunters, which Burisma and China and all the deals and all the money moving around. There's no way they when they bring something into evidence, it has to go in an archive. It has to go in a strict locked place. And then somebody else in the very deepest of the deep state or outside of the deep state or somebody out there keeps a copy of it. They keep copies of fucking everything. The guy that had Hunter Biden's laptop, he's still alive. He's still alive. Why is he still alive? Because he kept a copy. He said, if you get rid of me, if you do anything to me or my family, these disks, these hard drives, this cloud of information that I've gathered, everything from that laptop. Once I knew, which he's not an idiot, he knew that there was some serious, extremely damaging political information on there at the highest level. So he made his copies. He's still alive because he kept those copies. And I don't want to fucking hear, I don't want to hear Pam Bondi going, well, I don't have it anymore. But it was on my desk. It was on my desk. You know what? I've got it on my desk. That's what she said. I have it on my desk right now. Those are her exact words. I have it on my desk right now.
Where is the Ark?
I thought we'd settled that. The Ark is somewhere very safe.
From whom? The Ark is a source of unspeakable power, and it has to be researched.
And it will be, I assure you, Dr. Brody, Dr. Jones. We have top men working on it right now.
Who?
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. We know. This don't look. I hate to say this, but I gotta say it. Your government. Why does this thing keep disconnecting all the time? Anyway, it's just sad, and that's why I look outside of the box. I peek out the door. I look through the keyhole. You know, outside. And I'm trying to find out what's really going on. And then I've come to realize there's just so many things out there that they've been hiding from us. I mean, we're releasing the RFK information. That's happening right now. And we're finding out there were two gunmen, there was this and this and that. All the movies that have been out there have been total bullshit. All the narratives have been total bullshit. MK Ultra, Tequila, Mockingbird. I mean, there's so much stuff out there that's freaking baloney. I've explained this countless times on the show, right? MK Ultra, Operation Northwoods, Operation Paperclip, Operation Fast and Furious. Operation Mockingbird, Tuskegee Experience, Waco, Ruby Ridge, JFK, NSA Spy, Building 7, Gulf of Tonkin, Vietnam War, Chicago Black Side, Flint Water Crisis, Gary Webb, and the NDA, National Defense Authorization Act, Patriot Act, Bilderberg Group, Bohemian Grove, Abu Ghraib, and Guantanamo Bay. I mean, there's a lot of shit that's been exposed over time. Edward Snowden will tell you that, and they want to pardon Edward Snowden. Look, if they pardon Edward Snowden and bring him back, that's huge, right? That's huge. They've already set up, which was weird, that he came back before Trump was in, when Trump was saying to bring him in, was WikiLeaks, right? Julian Assange. Well, I thought, well, we haven't heard anything too much from him, right? I haven't heard much from Julian Assange at all. As a matter of fact, doesn't anybody find that kind of odd? Anybody kind of, I'm saying Glenn Greenwald a lot, which he's got a great show. He's got some good information. Max Blumenthal, Aaron Mate, they're all got some really good content. But I'm not seeing anything from, like, the god of whistleblowing, and it's not James O'Keefe, but it is definitely Julian Assange, and Snowden. It's just odd to me that he hasn't really produced much recently. I think there was a little something recently, but I'm surprised. It's almost like the deal that I think he had to take a deal. I think there's a deal that he had to take to get out. As a matter of fact, I think there was a deal. I'm pretty sure it's like it was written somewhere. But the deal I think he took was, you are no longer to blah, 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 anymore, blah, 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 right? You can't do this. You should do that. You can only talk about this. And I think he's just been censored, which I'm surprised that Trump hasn't really had a conversation with Julian Assange. I think that would be probably one of the best ideas out there, at least maybe for Tulsi Gabbard. I think Tulsi, since she's the director of national intelligence, I think she definitely should have a freaking absolute conversation, which I think she has in some way, shape, or form with Edward Snowden. Dowd is another good guy. He's got some information too. But yeah, I'd like to see Julian Assange with J.D. Vance and Trump sit down and just go over shit. Bring out the teleprompter, bring out the slide reel or whatever they want to do, but get it out there and let's see what's going on. But yeah, I do not believe at all that the Epstein entire case file and the fucking most maximum prison in the world wasn't able to see who went in and or able to see Epstein kill himself. Yeah, because we all believe that for sure. Yeah, I want to see what happened, because all of a sudden these guards are gone. All of a sudden the cameras are down. It's like perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yeah, I'm not believing it, right? I'm not believing it. Now, look, what I'm getting to and what I'm saying is there are some things that I believe that, and you've probably heard this in movies, we can't reveal that. We can't. If we reveal that the moon landing was fucking bullshit, right? If we reveal 9/11 was an inside job, if we reveal blah, 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 over and over and over, which we've been doing forever, what is that going to do to our credibility as a country? This is what they tell them. This is what they say to these people that become Secretary of Defense or the director of national intelligence or the director of the FBI or Homeland Security czar or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But that's what they do. They are convinced that if they say too much, then we're done. I believe quite the opposite. I believe quite the opposite because I know there's people out there going, man, you don't want people to know this shit, dude, because this is really not good for our image. Well, how much more do we hide? That's my question, is how much of this scam, this fraud, waste, abuse, and this continued the illegitimacy of the Biden administration. Everybody knows he didn't get fucking 81 million votes. There's no way. And there's plenty of actual numbers to prove that that didn't fucking happen. There weren't enough votes in the popular vote for both candidates. When they counted the totals, it was like there was an extra 14 or 15 million just out of nowhere. There's so much that needs to be revealed that hasn't been revealed, that must be revealed. It's the only way that we are going to evolve as a country. We have to look. There's plenty of countries out there with some fucking stupid mistakes. Absolutely, right? Hitler, the Third Reich, the whole right. That was fucking just crazy ass Aryan bullshit. Transformed themselves into Hollywood actors and politicians and created NATO just 4 years after Hitler and that war died. Which you'll soon find out if they reveal the information. I think people are just tired of being in the dark. And even though there are people like me and you and whoever, we throw that information out there. You know, this is weird. Is Michelle a guy? Is that really a guy? There's weird pictures I'm seeing. We don't know his thing. We see him flopping around. You know, even fucking Joan Rivers said, everybody knows. Everybody knows Michelle is a trans. Everybody knows. Right? And it seemed like she was being sincere. But she kind of misunderstood the question, but she just revealed it. And then 2 or 3 weeks later, she's gone. Right? My God, Seth Rich, remember? The guy who processed server and his other brother Lucas. The guy that botched, he's killed. Remember Seth Rich? I mean, there's just countless body bags. There's countless death. There's just countless carnage from the lies. I think Trump needs to look at that. I think his entire cabinet needs to sit down and go, are we part of this? Do we want to be a part of this? Or do we want to really transform the United States into this gleaming place of hope and peace and love and happiness and freedom and liberty for all? Or do we want to hide this, keep this stuff under the rug and in the shadows? Because if push comes to shove, they'll do it again. And if push comes to shove, they'll do it again. If you're if you're in a corner, you'll do it again. Hold yourself accountable, right? Look, I know about that. Trust me, I know all about that. Because my state and federal taxes, they hold me accountable. My FICO scores, they hold me accountable. At work, I have to take a P test. If they ask me to, they hold me accountable. Right? What is it? Luna, the Senator Luna, is asking to pass legislation or for Congress to take a drug test, and the Republicans are with it. Most of the Republicans are with it, but all of the Democratic supporters and Democrats are not. What the fuck? What does that say? What the fuck does that say? These people are making decisions that directly affect our lives. Directly affect our lives And we don't want to know if they're on opioids all fucking day long or heroin or cocaine. I mean, they just found that in the White House, which is going to come out. They're going to tell everybody where it came from, of course. We all know where it came from. Some connection with fucking, I don't know, Zelensky, because he's a fucking cokehead. Everybody knows that. Yeah, it's weird because I'm getting the people left on Facebook that I'm dealing with right now, like this Kirby, whatever his fucking name is. They're in it. They're either in it, they're deep in it, they're personally in it, they're part of it, right? They're just completely naive and stupid, but they won't at least say, all right, let's see everything. I want to see everything. I want all of us to fucking see everything. I think it's time. You know, I don't look. I don't think you guys are ready for this. It's really weird because I don't believe a lot of people are ready for it. I think some fuses will pop. I really believe a few people probably, themselves because, oh my God, I didn't know fucking Trump's actually a pretty fucking decent guy. Oh my God. No, he didn't do, no, Russiagate was bullshit. Oh shit. Oh, those lawsuits and shit were bullshit. Oh fuck, J6 was bullshit. What are you talking about? They set him up in what are you talking about? I can't believe I'm seeing these videos and all this information and, go up on the rooftop of the Capitol and shoot tear gas and whatever else you can behind the protesters to move them closer to the Capitol. And all that stuff. I guess fucking Liz Cheney, I guess she got rid of some of the files. Fucking fuck you. Bullshit. I'm no. Look, as soon as Trump's won, let me tell you. As soon as they had I would say as soon as Kamala Harris started talking about, what has been and what have been, what has done or could be or what has been done before, and this fucking wacko nutcase drunk that she is. I mean, they're all in lies. Of course you don't want her to fucking take a drug test. These people are on every fucking drug known to man probably. But once that started happening and the polls are going shitty and Trump's starting to go like this, I will guarantee you papers were being shred, emails were being deleted. They were doing everything they can to stop the information. But I've got to tell you, and here's the thing. And Snowden, I believe, pointed this out a few years ago. They know everything. And they've got servers that hold it. Ta-da! That's it. If you believe that it just goes nowhere, it's gathered. It's filed away. It's stored. It's in a fucking server. I don't know, in Iceland. I could nail it. I could have just nailed it right now. So I don't want to hear this. We're losing the files bullshit because I'm hearing, and we've known that a lot of dignitaries of Israel, a lot of military, high-end profile fucks, sicko pedophiles were hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. We know that. And a bunch of other Americans and people from all over the freaking world. So release the goddamn information. Look, you don't want to go down that road. You're no better than the Demoncrats. The longer you put on this, we don't have, and this has been deleted, and they're shredding that. We can't find it. These guys are withholding this information, and all this other stuff. Okay, here's a good question. So there's information that Tulsi Gabbard is exposing. This is where you wrap your head around this one. That they were able to obtain chats of people within the intelligence agencies that were having conversations about pedophilia, about trans, about sexual, disgusting, crazy shit. What you do in your fucking bedroom, go at it. Go at it, man. But this is during work. This, but they were able to find that. It seem a little selective here. Is it just me? Of course not. It's not just me. That's it. Everything is filed away. As soon as the internet was created, and I think it's ICANN, because the governments control their own space and internet, but somebody's saving something, and I guarantee it's out there. I guarantee. If you think everything's being deleted or shredded, bullshit. I just showed you. Let me show you. Let me go back and show you again. Here's the archive right here. There it is. A giant warehouse, whether it's in a cloud or in Iceland or some fucking place or, wherever. They don't get rid of anything. It's always there. It's always there. They can't. I think there's a clause or law or something. Anything that passes through our intelligence communities or departments has to be archived. And then it has to be locked up. Whatever the case may be, that's just bullshit. All right? So this whole thing is a fucking scam. The United States is my country. None of these fucking flags are. China's not. Russia's not. South Africa, I hear pretty cool. I got a buddy that was born for there, but whatever. I mean, there's some cool places everywhere, but it's just not my country. Our country needs fucking serious help, people. And if Trump and his team don't start fucking holding our country accountable, not themselves, for them to expose it would really be probably one of the greatest, honest, and honorable gestures in the history of our country. Yeah. We're going to expose shit. You expose shit. Come on. Let's everybody just open the fucking books and just get past this war is a fucking racket scam shit. Let's just get past it. We're not going to get out of this as long as the secrets are kept. Therapy, right? Marriage therapy. I'm going to tell you, the partners or man or woman or whatever, woman or man, girl, whatever. And they both know they made mistakes. They both know that they want to hold on to what they have because they love each other. They still love each other. That's just the way it is. And they just don't know how to reveal it. They don't know how to get it out to say, this is where I'm at. I love you. I appreciate you. I care about you. I want to do everything I can for you. But I got drunk. I had something happen. I took something, whatever. And the next thing you know, things are going sour. So you get a therapist, right? A marriage counselor. And I think that's what we need. We need somebody to come out and just bring everything out onto the table and move on. And start building our ladder to planet B. I freaking telling you. Star Trek, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, whatever, right, is not going to happen if we keep doing what we're doing. Because that's what the globalists want. The globalist agenda is about keeping us stupid, keeping us dumb, getting rid of 2/3 of the planet's population, and keeping control of this rock. Elon Musk is going against their will. They don't like him because he wants to travel and expand our species, which is fine. That's what we're about. We're supposed to. What species out there that you think is in the universe that isn't fucking doing or has already done what we're doing? And maybe at some point, I'm going to end with this. Maybe at some point, they evolved. They finally said, you know what? It's not about you, it's about us. Us. And they decided to move on. They decided to open it up. Here's what's going on. Let's start from scratch. Let's just start from scratch. Keep the fucking power going. Keep our fucking business moving. Keep our species strong and start evolving as a more intelligent species. That's the trick. That's the trick. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is James with Monotalk.